Welcome back to the Brandon T. Adams audio experience. I'm Brandon T. Adams, and this is episode 79. I'm going to do a year in review, just kind of recap this year, looking into next year. But I'm also going to read an article that I wrote that was literally, it starts today is my 30th birthday. So for those of you that don't know, my birthday is on New Year's Eve, so December 31st every year. I'm looking to the next year, and I want to share what I said at 30. I will be 34 this year. 34, holy shit. 34. So look at 4 years later what I said, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to share my points, because what I have here is 10 lessons I learned by 30. Each lesson I'm going to share my perspective, and I might actually share how I view differently now what I said then. I think this is going to be very valuable for you to just kind of think about for yourself, what I've learned, what you can think about what you've learned, and also implement into what you do into 2024. And I feel like I figured out a lot of things, but I also figured out as you learn more, you get more wisdom, you realize how much you don't know. But I do think I've created a system that's allowed me to live a life of freedom, of making money, of growth, of a lot of fun opportunities, connections, relationships, and all that fun stuff. So I'll start with this right here. Today is my 30th birthday. Turning 30 is significant to me because my entire life I have worked towards specific goals I had set for 30. Business goals, money goals, milestones in my career, etc. I fell short of some of my goals. I also ended up in a totally different place than I had planned at the age of 30. My life was full of trials and errors, traveling around the country, figuring out who I was as a person, and figuring out what I really wanted out of life. And just a side note before I read further, at 28, 29, I almost had to file bankruptcy. So at 30, I was having almost a reset. So it was like a starting over kind of thing, just so you guys know. Okay, reading back the article. Just because I didn't reach all my goals doesn't mean I didn't make tremendous progress. I've failed more than most people by the age of 30, and I've seen the ups and downs of entrepreneurship and life. Rock bottom to mountaintops, and repeated the process. Since I've made so many mistakes in my 30 years, I have many lessons learned and have some wisdom I want to share with you. Here are my 10 lessons learned by 30. Before I jump into this, I have an espresso here. For those of you not watching the video side of things, I need a shot before I go into this one. That is really good. By the way, I have this espresso maker. It's a Marvel Breville. It's like $1,000 espresso maker. It is worth every penny. You grind it, you grill espresso, everything. I am not a promoter of this, but it is damn good. Thank you guys for making this machine. Okay, number 1, be true to yourself and what you really want. And again, I'm going to read these. I'll read each point and then share my thoughts. So number 1, be true to yourself and what you really want. I've made many decisions in my life that were made with others in mind. I made them to either impress someone, prove something to someone, or try to make someone happy. I found out that the best option is to do what really makes you happy and you believe in your heart is right for you. When you do that, it's in the best interest of you and your journey. You will be able to benefit more people in the long run. I 100% agree with everything I just said there on that first point. Still to this day, 4 years later, you have to be true to yourself and you really have to do what you want. You have to be selfish at times. Because when you do what you want and have your true happiness, then you could provide more for others. Now, I'm saying this as a guy who's 34, married, but no kids, because I know people, my friends who have kids, they have to sacrifice a lot and they can't always do what they really want. But from me as a guy who's 34 with kids, or no kids that is, I say stay true to yourself and do what you really want. Number 2, time is valuable. The amount of time we have here on earth is unknown. We could die today, or we could live to 150 or beyond. And I say this with who knows what AI and technology and Elon Musk will do. It's hard saying. With technology, I believe we will be able to upload our minds to the cloud and be able to have our thoughts and knowledge contained for hundreds of years. But one thing is for sure for me. I will choose to meet my maker one day. Knowing that I will eventually die is what drives me to make the most of my time here while living on earth. I choose to live a life of growth, adventures, and doing things most would see as crazy. Doing the things that make me happy. If you don't go after your wildest dreams, you will have regret one day. Use your time wisely and spend it on things that make you happy. Number 2, agree with all that what I said, and I do think we'll be able to upload our minds to the cloud. I think we'll be able to create clones of us. There's some crazy shit that'll happen in our lifetime. I do choose to eventually meet my maker. I do want to, I look at, let's say I turn 50 and they have technology for me to get a new body and upload to that. I do want to die and meet my maker. I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. But technology is crazy and who knows what will happen. And so I believe with everything. Time is valuable. You got to use it. I mean, I treat time as if we are, it's a ticking bomb. It's very short. And people, I'm in a hurry to achieve great things because time, it goes by fast. And if you don't take control towards your destiny, time will just go by you. You'll lose out on life and opportunity. So just remember that your time is valuable. Number 3, relationships are key to success. You must have the right significant other in your life. They will make your life better or they'll make your life worse. Choose wisely. Who you surround yourself with on a regular basis will determine the results you get and your own happiness. Be around friends, family, mentors, and business associates that add value to you and make you a better person, not bring you down. Get rid of all toxic relationships in your life. Otherwise, your life will be toxic and unhappy. 100% agree with all that. I am grateful to have my wife. We've had our ups and downs. It's not easy. Business, life, love, all that. But I do have somebody that supports me. It's important to have somebody that supports you on your journey. My business partners to this day. I still have my main business partners. I have Mike Silvestri with Accelerator Media Group. I have Kevin Harrington, Brian Harrington of KBAT, Advisory Investment Group that we have. And they've made my life better. They've helped me grow. And I really believe in even only working with people that are good people. I don't care how much money they give you. If they're bad energy, toxic, it's not worth it. So choose your circle wisely, my friends. Number 4, surrender to situations. You don't have to always be right, even if you are right. Fighting about something or putting anger towards something won't help the situation. Kindness and collaboration will resolve your issues. If someone does harm to you or even puts you through difficult situations with your business, it's not worth trying to get them back or even providing that you are right and they are wrong, or proving that you are right and they are wrong. I've learned to be at peace with the situations I'm not happy with. Surrender to it and let go. Put it in your past and never look back. The desire to always be right could lead to many negative outcomes and a hard road ahead. Number 4, I agree with this too. I mean, there are people that try to prove they're right in lawsuits. They spend millions of dollars in lawsuits and at the end of the day, they prove nothing. There are people, this is why wars are caused. They got to prove they're right. I've learned to surrender. I've learned there's times where I know I'm right and the other person's wrong, but there's no value of me trying to prove that I'm right. And there's certain times I just learned to say, okay, surrender to the situation. So I still agree to that to this day. Sometimes you just got to surrender to situations and move on and never look back. Number 5, great one. Before I do number 5, let me get a little espresso in me. Stay healthy. Number 5, stay healthy. If you aren't healthy, nothing else matters in life. Spend time on yourself, eat right, exercise, educate yourself, and have fun. Exercise has been a huge component to my happiness and staying sane during undesirable outcomes that I have faced over the years. Exercise also allows me to perform at my peak in all areas of my life. Exercise is my golden ticket to success. I work out in the mornings. I exercise, gets my blood flowing, my mind right. When I'm not feeling good when I wake up in terms of negative energy in my head, I go to the gym, hit it. And you got to stay healthy. I do intermittent fasting. I recently did a 76-hour fast. First 2 days water and then a little bone broth. It's a game changer. There's studies that show that it actually makes it less a lot more or less likely for you to get cancer. It kills different things in your body that you don't need. It rejuvenates your body, and it cleans out your gut. But fasting, drinking a lot of water, and living a healthy life. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a beer here and there, even though I know alcohol is not good for you. I do believe in having a little bit of fun here and there. And I do eat sugar, which sugar isn't good for you either. But stay healthy. If you're not staying healthy, if you're overweight, if you are not staying up to your peak performance, this is the only home that you have no choice. This is your home, your body. If you're not keeping your home in check, then other things are going to fail in your life. So stay healthy. I will stick with that one till the day I die. Number 6, invest in more assets and fewer liabilities. It's good. Took me many years to figure this out. I used to spend money on stupid things and extend myself out further than I should have. I've acted as a high roller before and paid people's dinner tabs and have purchased material things that weren't necessary to really impress others that I didn't need to impress. When I spend money now, I ask myself, is this an asset to me? And will it make me money? Spend your money wisely. So to that point, still the same way. If I do buy dinner for somebody, I ask myself, is this somebody I want to bring value to, or maybe there's future collaboration? If so, I buy the dinner. Do I want to spend money on an event that will bring opportunity? Will that make me money? Yes, it will. I spent money actually recently for Rise and Record. We spent a good amount of money to have a billboard downtown, billboards throughout the city. And really it was to add value to our speakers and branding and opportunity. Was it worth the investment? Yes, it was. It's a long-term investment. It's building like, it's building trust, it's building relationships. So I'm also investing in the stock market, investing time and energy, advising CEOs and founders. I have stock in 30-some companies, public companies, private companies, in many different industries. I'm investing my time, money, and energy into things that will bring return. And so that's my point on 6. Number 7, stop comparing your success and results to others. I'm guilty of this. With social media, it makes it easy to go online and look at other people who are doing amazing things, and it makes us wonder why we aren't getting the same results. Instead of comparing your results to others, compare your own results over time and see how you can get better. Work to make yourself better day in and day out. If you focus on beating the person in the mirror every day, you will get the results you are searching for. Plus, just because you see something online, it doesn't mean it's actual real. There's a lot of fake bullshit online today, and you shouldn't believe everything you see. So true. You can buy millions of followers, you can buy likes, you can buy views, you can rent a jet for an hour to get your picture, you can lease a Lamborghini probably for $3,000 a month, I think the rate is. There's a lot of things you can do to show this perception, this reality. So don't believe everything you see. Focus on you, focus on your own success. Yes, you can look at other people that have gone further than you in what you're going after and use it as something to get ideas and get a blueprint of how to get there yourself. But stop comparing and really look at you and how you can put yourself to be the best version of yourself. Stop comparing your success to others and stop looking at others and saying, oh, I'm not that far. Because it's a bad trap to get into. Beat yourself in the mirror. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, how can I beat that person every day? That's my belief for number 7. Number 8, enjoy the journey. It's easy for us to get caught up in our goals and only focusing on the wins and end result. If you do that, your end result will be a disappointment. 99% of your life is a journey. The daily tasks we do to get to the end result. If you don't enjoy the process of getting to that goal, then you will be very unhappy when you reach the finish line. The more you enjoy the journey, the more you'll enjoy the finish lines and the happier you'll be. Wow, by the way, I haven't read this since 4 years ago. I agree with this 100%. The finish line is just a small part of the journey. And if you just that is the only thing you enjoy, it's going to be a long road. So if you enjoy the journey more, enjoy the reps, enjoy the discipline, you're actually going to become greater, achieve more, and have a happier life. So enjoy the journey. Number 9, learn to live outside your comfort zone. Push yourself outside your comfort zone on a regular basis. When you do that, you grow and you learn. Yes, you will have temporary defeats, but those are necessary if you want to achieve massive success. If you aren't challenging yourself in life, you will live an unhappy life that is filled with disappointment in the long run. 100% agree to this. This is so true. Don't get comfortable. For every level, there's another devil. Every growth spurt you hit, there's another challenge you've never experienced before. It's just showing you're growing. I continuously have challenges, but I push through. I would much rather live out of my comfort zone and be seen as a crazy person than be somebody that wakes up one day and says, what if? What if I would have did that challenge? What if I would have traveled the country and created that TV show? What if I would have went after and attended that event or invested in the opportunity? I live outside my comfort zone. When you live outside your comfort zone and become comfortable being uncomfortable, life will get better. And one more saying is, if you choose the easy path, your life will be hard. But if you choose the hard path, your life will be easy. I 100% agree with everything I said back then and to this day. Number 10, last one, share your story. We all have a story, and I've found out when you share it, it inspires others and helps you grow as well. Share who you are, what you went through, and what you're doing in your life. There are many people out there that need to hear your story. It may save their life. This is a big reason why I'm so obsessed with sharing video content. I think creating and publishing a video online is the best way to share your story. It's the best way to reach more people. I challenge you to create a video today and share your story with the world. I'm going to add my last point here to this, and then I'll give my thoughts on this. Additionally, I want to remind you that all great successes did not happen overnight. Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 to 2 years, but underestimate what they can do in 5 to 10 years. Focus on the long game. It's pretty amazing what you have the ability to accomplish in the next decade. I look forward to seeing where your journey takes you. Here's to your success in 2020. Well, little did I know that 2020 was going to become COVID year. But going back to the share the story, I still say that to this day. Share your story, create video content. I'm still sticking true to it 4 years later. The one quote I want to say here, I said before, I want to remind you that all great success didn't happen overnight. Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 to 2 years, but underestimate what they can do in 5 to 10 years. So I want to give you perspective. When I had turned 30 at this time, I was still making money as an entrepreneur and had some success and all that, but I was facing bankruptcy. I was going through hell at that time. I was just starting over, really. And now, 4 years later, I've built a multi-million-dollar portfolio. Our investment advisory business is managing a large portfolio in 9 figures. And I have multiple businesses, multiple investments. I'm loving what I'm doing, and I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life. And so in 4 years, the old statement, you underestimate what you can do in 5 to 10 years. In the last 4 years, I did a complete change around in my life, in my opportunity, and I'm building a foundation. I'm just getting started. When I do this episode again in 4 years or 5 years, I imagine there'll be much bigger things. And if I'm going to state this out loud, this is actually for 2 years or 3 years. If I re-record this episode in 2 to 3 years, I see myself, for one, have been or on as an investor, guest investor on Shark Tank, if it's still around the show, or created my own show. That's where I'll be an investor. I will have built out a massive wealth, maybe not quite a 9-figure net worth. Definitely will have a multiple 8-figure net worth within this time frame of 3 to 4 years. So that is what I believe my reality will be. I will be helping a lot of people. I'll be investing in companies that are impacting the world. I'll be helping, still building brands and really being a part of companies that are making massive impact in the world. And so that's where I'm going to be in 2 to 3, 4 years. So with all this said, to recap this episode, follow these 10 things. I read through all this. I still endorse this to this day. I believe in that. In 2024, I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to have fun. I want you to realize what you want and don't want. I want you to cut out the toxic people out of your life and do what's truly you. So I'll recap the 10 again. Be true to yourself and what you really want. Time is valuable. Relationships are key to success. Surrender to situations. You don't have to always be right, even if you're right. Stay healthy. Invest in more assets and fewer liabilities. Stop comparing your success and result to others. Enjoy the journey. Learn to live outside your comfort zone and share your story. For all of you out there, feel free to reach out to me at Brandon T. Adams. We have a lot of events coming up in the coming weeks and months, workshops, BrandonTAdams.com/workshop. We have a Day with a Shark event, a daywithashark.com. And you can check out everything we do at Accelerate Media Group at acceleratemediagroup.com. Always feel free to reach out to me, but I'm wishing you massive success in the new year. And as always, go out there, create something great, and become unforgettable, because life is too short not to. I'm Brandon T. Adams. Have a great day, everybody.